Good afternoon, Mr. Ambassador. Thank you for being with us today. I would like to start with your defense minister said that Hamas does not control anymore Gaza. Is this true? How far does Israel by now controls Gaza territory?
First of all, thank you for having me here again. What the defense minister is referring to, as you know, we went to this war that Hamas, the terror organization, started with us almost 4 weeks ago. And it's an operation that we try to do step by step. So it started with a lot of air strikes, and now we're going through the ground operation. It's very, very complex, so we go step by step in order to make sure that we clean the Gaza Strips from the terrorists and from their military capabilities. Right now, the IDF is controlling most of the northern part of Gaza. And yes, Hamas lost control there. The best way that we know that they lost control in the northern part of Gaza is, as you know, we ask the people of Gaza, the residents, to move to the south, to the safe zone that we have over there. At the beginning, they couldn't move because Hamas blocked them, because Hamas want to use them as human shields. And now we see that they can move through the humanitarian corridors that we opened for them, because the Hamas is no longer has his capabilities to rule there.
I can't, it's the theme today, the situation in Al-Shifa hospital with the World Health Organization saying that we are assisting, that it's becoming a cemetery. How does Israel keeps attacking this area? Why?
First of all, Israel didn't attack the Shifa hospital, and we don't attack hospital because we work according to the international law. So we don't attack hospital. We attack facilities of the terrorists, and that's what we keep trying to do. Our troops are very close to the hospital right now. As you know, the hospital is being used by the Hamas. We know that underground, under the hospital itself, sits they're in the tunnels, the Hamas command sits, and we know that they're using it for their own military capabilities. And we need to make sure that we get there in order to clean also the hospital from those terrorists. But we don't attack the hospital. We try to help the patients of the hospital and the staff there by, first of all, allowing them to leave the hospital towards other hospital in the south to get treated there. So there is an exit from the hospital and a corridor for them to move to the south.
Yes, but there are situations where that isn't possible. We have babies
and those who cannot, we want to help them to make sure that they have what they need. For instance, yesterday there was a statement that the hospital don't have enough fuel for electricity, so we brought them 300 liters of fuel in order just to make sure that those incubators and other stuff will work to save those babies. Unfortunately, they didn't want to take it because Hamas didn't let them take the fuel that we gave them. We will keep doing that. We will keep giving them any assistance that we can for the society, for the civilians who are not involved in the war itself. But on the other hand, we'll keep fight whatever we can to make sure that the terrorists will not be there and will not use this facility of the hospital as hostage in order to win in this war.
How do you see the UN claims that it is impossible to do humanitarian aid and to help those in need in these conditions?
So I think that, first of all, the UN is using its information that they get from the Hamas. The Hamas control the Gaza Strip, and they are the one who supply the information to the UN, and they are the one who supply also the information to the media. And that's why it's very important that every time you publish something that comes out of the Gaza Strip, to understand that it comes from Hamas. Even when it says the Ministry of Health in Gaza, it's Hamas. They are controlling it. So you need to understand that it's a terror organization that's supplying us the information. They are the one who also supply the information to the UN. So everything that we get from there, you need to take and to check and to do the fact check before publishing. Also, the UN needs to do that. We are trying to monitor the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip, and we are doing it day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour, to make sure that there won't be any kind of a humanitarian crisis there. We let more than 150 trucks with medicine and with food and with water to enter the Gaza Strip every day to give this supply to the people of Gaza. It's very difficult in that situation to do that, but we understand the need and we are doing whatever we can in order to help those civilians who are not involved.
The number of victims, according, of course, to the health minister that is ruled by Hamas, are already in 11,000, 4,500 children dead. Do you believe that these numbers are real?
I don't know. I don't know because, as you said, the information we get from Hamas, so I don't know if the numbers are real. I also don't know what does it mean, those 11,000 people. How many of them are terrorists? If you tell me that all of them are terrorists, I will be very happy. If you tell me that even one is a civilian, I'm very sad for that, but unfortunately it happens in wars. So I don't know what those numbers means. I don't know what the real numbers are. I'm just saying we need to do fact-checking before we really get into that. What is the real number and who are the people behind those numbers? Because we are there to kill terrorists, and that's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Ambassador, I've seen an horrific video from the attacks of the 7th of October. It's horrific, of course, and it was a massacre. What happened, nobody puts that in question. But the response of Israel to this, the situation entering in Gaza, and this response to this crisis, do you believe that there is proportionality in this response or not?
I think that Israel is not behaving in a proportionality way because you don't want us to behave in proportionality way. Because I don't understand what does it mean proportionality. You want me to act the same way that the terrorists act? You want my soldiers to go inside Gaza and rape women and beheaded people and kill the children the same way that they did it? Of course not. I'm not going to be proportionality in the same way that they were to us. We are there. What they did, they are a terror organization. And a terror organization, its aim is to kill as many civilians as they can. It could be Israelis, it could be Brazilians, it could be Portuguese, it doesn't matter. The aim of a terror organization is to kill civilians. That's why they got into our houses. They didn't go to military bases. They go into our houses and murdered and abducted as many people as they can, and to the music festival. We are a democratic country. We are obligated to protect our people, and we are aiming only against the terrorists. And we are doing, and we will keep doing whatever we can to make sure that the minimize of the hurting of people who are not involved, and the maximum terrorists will be killed and will be eliminated. That's our goal. That's what we are going to achieve. It's a war. A war, it's always not a pleasant thing, but this is our obligation as a country. That's exactly the same obligation that Portugal will have to its own people if something that God forbid, would happen, or Brazil, or any other country.
Do you believe that it will be possible to eradicate Hamas? Isn't it this so difficult as they get funding from other countries and the main people of Hamas are not in Gaza right now? How is this possible? How will Israel eradicate Hamas?
It's a very good question what you ask. First of all, as you know, Hamas, like ISIS, or like
it's an ideology,
Al-Qaeda, it's ideology. It's ideology. They don't care about the Palestinian people. They don't care about two-state solution. They don't care about all of that. If you read their characters, you see they care about the destruction of the state of Israel and killing Jews. That's what they're caring about, nothing about the Palestinian people or any kind of solution between Israelis and Palestinians. That's why you're right. It's an ideology. And it's ideology not only against Israel, it's an ideology against the global free world values and democratic values. That's why we have to win this war in Israel. Otherwise, you will find this war inside Europe or in Latin America or in North America and any other places in the free world. We have to win this war for the sake of the free world, and we will win this war. It's going to be long. It's not easy. Right now, we are aiming to their military capabilities and to make sure that they will not rule the Gaza Strip again. But yes, as you said, their leaders are sitting in Qatar and other places around the world. They are very rich because they took the money of the Palestinian people and used it for their own sake. But we'll have to get to them also in the future.
And what is the plan of Israel for Gaza in the future?
We're not right now in the situation to decide and to talk about what should be the next step. Right now, we are very, very concentrated about finishing this war and winning this war and bringing back the security to the people of Israel and bringing back the 239 people that are being held as hostages by Hamas, including babies and women and elderlies. We need to make sure that they come back. Once we achieve this goal, We have to talk about the future, what will be with Gaza, what will be between the Israelis and the Palestinians, because the Palestinians are not our enemy. They are our neighbors, and we need to live together. But now it's not the right time. We need first to make sure that this terror organization will be out of the way, and then to find the best solution for the Israelis, for the securities of the Israelis, but also for the Palestinian people.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for being with us today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.